welcome or welcome back to another reading with Mima video. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Mima, obviously. And yeah, so let's get right into this video. So this video is basically a mixture of a getaway that I went to a few weeks ago and me updating you if I did achieve my goal. I will let you know what my goal was on my getaway in a few moments, and then a wrap up of the few books that I read in November and a few bookish items that I received from my book bestie. And yeah, so it's not going to be a lengthy video, but you can still relax and of course enjoy me talking about books or bookish things. So going on this getaway, I had made it my goal to finish my current read. I'm going to let you guys know the title and my thoughts and my rating on the book just in a few moments, but I do want to just insert a few clips on my getaway just so you guys can see and also enjoy the view.
Look inside your heart, is there any room for me? I won't have to hold my breath till you get down on one knee, because you only want to hold me when I'm looking good enough. Did you ever fool me? Would you ever picture us? Pull my hair, where's my outfit? It's looking ugly and one day you'll disappear, because you look like you knew nothing even now. You never want me, was I ever good enough?
So this is the book that I got to finish on my getaway. I'm just so proud of myself that I actually was able to finish this lengthy book. Like, look at how, this baby right here is thick. And it's Demon's Dream and Unexpected Love by L. Kaysen, and I loved it so much. I think also that's what made it easy for me to even finish it on my getaway, because every time I wanted to sit by the pool, I wanted to eat, like I was going through like the ebook and the book itself, because I always have an ebook version, even though I read like 99% physical books, just so that when I'm eating or when I'm actually doing something and I can't really hold the book, I would rather just use my iPad or my phone to read, because this is really big, especially if I'm like laying down. Yeah, it's not practical to be holding this while laying down. So when I read, I actually write like all my thoughts in my notes like this, just so that I can remember, especially when I'm not like annotating the book. So I would literally just write like a few thoughts, like how I'm feeling at that exact moment. I would literally just write so many thoughts. So I want to go through this one right here. And oh yeah, sorry, so I didn't calculate like how many pages I got to read on my getaway, but I do believe I read about 560 pages. I'm not sure, but I did most of the reading on my way back as well, because like I said, it was 3 hours away, and I did read for those 3 hours, and I did finish it on my way back. There was traffic, so I did about like 4 hours in the car, and I read and I loved it so much. I really didn't want it to end, and that really happens to me sometimes, especially some of the books I've been reading this year. I don't know, they've been like disappointments or just not like wow factors for me, and this book right here literally just like kept me going, and I didn't want to finish for a good reason, just because I didn't want to leave these characters, I didn't want to leave this world, I just didn't want to leave this book alone. But then again, I couldn't stop reading, because I'm like, no, like I love this book so much, I want to know what's going on, I want to know what's going to happen next, and blah blah blah. Anyway, thoughts on Demon's Dream book. Okay, so Demon. Demon is the MMC in the book, and I literally wrote I was only like on chapter 5, I think, and I wrote, demon is legit the definition of if you touch her, I'ma kill you. Yes, this MMC in this book is everything and more. I loved him so much. I think he's definitely one of my favorites, like MMC, because he really set the bar up here. Like, I was just like, wow, I loved him so much, and I know you'd love him too if you read this book. This book is a perfect example of a dark urban romance that keeps you guessing. Yeah, literally, because it is an urban romance. It's like an urban hood romance. I did make a video on a review of this book, like a quick short clip video of like what I thought about this book on TikTok. And yeah, it usually doesn't happen. I don't usually make videos of like reviews and recommending book, but with this one I just had to. I did rate this book 5-star. But before reading it, if you're thinking of reading it, do check like trigger warnings. I don't know if this author actually put any type of like trigger warning, but just for your own sake, please just check them. If there aren't any, then that's fine, but please just make sure that you read so that you can expect certain things. Yeah, but yeah, I don't want to say too many things like I said about it, but please, 5 out of 5. I loved it so much. I think the author did such an amazing job with the character development. Like, I think this book, in terms of like quote unquote dark romance, I think it's one of the best story with the best character development, because there are so many characters in this book, but like you like, there's every character in this book is described perfectly, and you connect with them regardless of if you hate them or you love them or they're just whatever. Like, every character in this book is just so well developed, and I loved it so much. Like, every character had depth. I loved it so much. Yes, 5 out of 5. And let's get into, so that's the book that I read that I finished on my getaway. And then for this month in November, I finished it. Okay, well, if I'm posting this, I'm sure like we're probably in December. So in November I actually finished 3 books. It was a slow month, but I read The Demon's Dream, yes, Unexpected Love, and then I read Every Time I Go on Vacation, Somebody Dies. This book was our book club pick. For those of you who don't know, me and my book bestie, we do host a book club that's affiliated with my online bookstore that's based in Ghana. And then we picked this book. Yes, it is gorgeous, right? Like, you can't lie and say it's not a pretty book. I really loved the cover. I think the cover is what made us pick it. Let me read to you what, oh my gosh, I didn't even read to you guys or explain to you guys what The Demon's Dream Unexpected Love is about. I don't know. I don't want to describe or like explain what the book is about, because I don't know how I'm gonna do that without giving spoilers. But yeah, try and check the synopsis. I'm so sorry. But this book, yes. So let me just read. 10 days, 8 suspects, 6 cities, 5 authors, 3 bodies, 1 trip to die for. All that best-selling author Eleanor Dash wants is to get through her book tour in Italy and kill off her main character, Connor Smith, in the next novel in her vacation mystery series. Is that too much to ask? Clearly it is, because when an author attempts is meant to kill the real Connor, the handsome but infuriating con man she got mixed up with 10 years ago. Okay, yeah, no, it's too long. Anyway, you guys get the vibe. She's an author of this like mystery series, and then they end up going like on a tour. I cannot speak. On a tour in Italy for her series or her upcoming series, and there's like a murder situation. One of them wants to get murdered. Okay, now this book right here. Let me just put it down first. Let's go to my notes. Obviously, I kind of like remember. The main reason why also I do write these notes is because I usually forget most of the books that I read. It could be like an amazing book, but like there are certain details that I will forget, even though they were so like important or like that I love so much. I might just forget about it. So this is why I write these thoughts or these notes, so that if I have to tell you guys what the book was about, or like the reason why I liked it, the reason why I disliked it, right here. So the first thought I had of this book is, okay, I'm liking the whole sunny vibes on vacation, especially referencing to the food and drinks. Yeah, because I do love Italian food. So in this book, it is set in like Italy, like Rome and stuff like that. And I really did love the setting, the aesthetic, the vibes it was giving. I love like the food references, like the restaurants. I could really tell that the author did her work in researching like places and like the history of like Rome and stuff, because I myself even like googled a few like food dishes and like places that they were going to, and they were actually real places. So I was like, you know, I really loved that. Now that's one of the only reason why I like the book. It was that, and then the cover. Yes. Note 2. Why make this about Connor? I'm sorry, but who cares if he dies? You end up disliking him from the very beginning already. Okay, sorry about that noise. I do live right by the airport, so that's a plane. Okay, so who is Connor? Connor is actually one of our MMC. I'm saying one of our MMC because I feel like there's another character in this book, and he could be an MMC too, but I'm not sure. Anyway, one of our MMC, his name is Connor, and literally, like at the start of the book, you already dislike him, right? And then he's saying that someone is trying to like murder him, and he thinks that someone is trying to kill him. So basically that's like the whole point of like the book, because someone is trying to kill him. But then it's like you already don't care, because it's like, okay, my first question was, why did the author make him the person that wants to get killed? Because I'm like, I don't like him. Like I could care less. He could die right now. Like I really don't care. And then I have to go from the beginning to the end of the book searching for whoever's trying to kill this dude. Like I really don't like him. And I know for a fact that if you try to read this book, you're also not gonna like him, because the way that she wrote, like the way she writes about him and the way she was describing him and everything, like Connor is just ugh. Anyway, yeah. So note 3, we just know everyone's name, but we don't know anything about them. Or is it just me? Okay, I wrote no character development whatsoever. Yeah. One of the main reasons I did not like the book was because there were so many characters in this book. You're going to like, well, if you plan on reading it, I don't recommend, but maybe if like you're curious, you would want to know more about this book, please go ahead. But there are many characters in this book, right? And you don't know anything about them. One, you don't know anything about them. You don't care for them because you don't know anything about them. So it's like, how can you care for a character that you know nothing about? So I could not care, and I was not connecting to any of them. So whether it's the FMC, the MMC, anyone in this book, I was just like, I need to just DNF. But then again, it's our book club pick, so I was like, I don't want to DNF it, let me just go. But definitely, if it wasn't like our book club pick, I wouldn't have finished this book. Anyway, I wrote again, I don't care about anyone in this book. See, I didn't care about anyone. I don't feel connected to any of the characters. That's exactly what I said. It wasn't interesting enough for me to even continue to the next chapter. Help. Yeah, I remember writing that because I was at a scene where it's like, oh my gosh, like I was probably like still so far from like the end, but I was like, how am I going to continue this? Like, how am I going to continue this book? It's just like dragging. And it's like, why am I even reading this? Because I do not care whether these characters die or not. Like, anyway. Okay, and the whole twist, wasn't at all impressed because I just did not care. Again, the whole book, it's not like it's bad. One thing too, I forgot to mention, sorry, but like the way she wrote the book was really interesting because it was my first time reading such writing. And then there's like a fun thing where she has like reading notes at the bottom. Like, see how like there's like reading notes at the bottom here? I found that really cool. It was really interesting. It was fun. But in terms of like the whole plot and the characters and everything, I'm sorry. That definitely was a 0. If I had to rate the book based off that, it would have definitely been a 0. I'm sorry. But yeah, so the writing style was really cool. The writing wasn't bad at all. I really liked it, but I just did not see the points of the book. So yeah, I rated it a 2-star. 1 star for the gorgeous book cover, and then the 2nd star was because I did enjoy the setting of the book, the aesthetic, and everything that was going, you know, that was giving Italy summer vacation. It was definitely giving summer vacation. 3rd book, I finished it. I did read the physical book, but I gave it to a friend that wanted to read it, so it's not here, but I read this, The Locked Door by Frida McFadden. Okay, so I've got this book as a gift because I've been really trying to get into more Frida McFadden books. I've read The Housemaid. I read all of the 3 books. I read The Never Lie. I think that's the only book I read. I think The Locked Door is my 3rd. Really? I swear I thought I read way more books. Yeah, my mom has read like literally all the books. She has even like just finished The Boyfriend. But yeah, anyway, so The Locked Door, I rated this book. Okay, no, sorry, before I rate it, let's go through the notes that I wrote. Sorry. Okay, did I like it? Yes, I did enjoy it because I finished that book in 1 day. I started it, okay, no, I finished it in 2 days. I started it like on a Monday and I finished it on Tuesday in the afternoon. But that's one thing about Frida though. She could be writing bullshit, but you'll still end up finishing the book. I don't know, her writing style is just so like quick paced, and I don't know. So anyway, I wrote, every time she gets home, she says, honey, I'm home. What do you mean? Okay, yeah. So these are more detailed notes that might give spoilers. Okay, so these are just me basically saying like who I'm not trusting in the book. Yeah, who I'm not trusting in the book. And then, yeah, no, I can't read these because these are definitely spoilers. Okay, but yes, I gave it a 4-star. It wasn't like my favorite out of her books that I've read so far, but I finished it so quick and it really kept me going. It was really interesting, kept me entertained. I enjoyed it. I love the okay, no, I didn't love the characters. The characters were cool. The plot twist was, it really gave plot twist, but I feel like, I feel like I liked this one more than The Never Lie, and I know that that's an unpopular opinion because everyone on TikTok, like on Book Talk, BookTube, and even like Bookstagram, when they're rating like their Never Lie, they're always like rating it like super high, like 4-star and everything. I rated it a 4. Yeah, I think it was like a 4 or 4.5. I really enjoyed it. It was actually our previous book club pick, and we had so much fun like discussing it and like talking about it. Like everyone at the book club really loved this book, and I did too, but I feel like this book I liked it more than Never Lie. I don't know, that was just me. And yeah, so I'm not going to like read these notes, and I don't necessarily remember what it was about. I know like she's a surgeon and her father was like a serial killer, and his name was Handyman because he used to kill girls, and I think he used to like cut their okay, I'm not going to like make things up, but that's what I remember. And yeah, would I recommend? I would definitely recommend it if you have read Frida McFadden before and you want to get into more of her books. Definitely The Locked Door if you haven't read it. if you haven't read it. But if it's like your first time, Freedom McFadden, no, please don't read this one. Perhaps get into the Housemaid series. I think that one was my favorite book. The last one, not the wedding one, which we're not going to talk about that, but the other one, the Housemaid, is, I don't know, the one, let me put a picture right here. Yeah, this one right here, I did not enjoy it at all. That one was the third book in this series, and I have my review up on Instagram. If you want to know why I did not like it, it's over there. So let's get into some bookish items that I got from my book bestie. Her name is Stells, and she has this crochet business that she recently started. It's called Stells Crochet, or still, yeah, I think it's that. I will definitely link it down below. And I got this cute book sleeve. See how cute it is? If you're like me that hates like your end pages being bent, this is perfect for you, especially if like you love to bring your book around when you go out and everything. You can literally just use this and just pop it in here, and then yeah, you put it in your bag, and it is super cute. She has some that have like buttons, so if you want with buttons, and she has all the colors. So definitely visit her page if you're interested in a book bag. Super cute. And I actually had sent her a picture of something that I saw on Pinterest, and it gave me like such cozy vibes, especially like when I'm going to like a bookstore or something. I could literally fit this in, like I could just fit in like my books inside, and she said she could make it. I'm like, you go girl. So it's this bag right here. Like how, no wait, hold on, how gorgeous is this? It literally looks like marshmallows. Like, it's so cute. I'm gonna bring this when I travel. I'm not gonna wear it here because I'm gonna be traveling for December, God willingly, and I can't wait to use these. I can't wait to use this when I go to like the bookstore. Like, it looks so cozy. It's giving like all the vibes that I want. And book, put it right in here, and it fits perfect. Like, and you have like so much space in it, and it's very rigid. I love it so much. Thank you so much, Styles. You could find this on her Instagram. I told you I'm gonna link it down below, so please go and patronize her. If you're living in Accra, Ghana, definitely go and check her stuff out. I also want to mention that I am going to be doing a giveaway partnered with Victress's Books. For those of you who don't know, I own an online bookstore in Accra, Ghana, and I want to do a giveaway because I just feel like, you know, we're in the festive season, Christmas is coming, and what is the best gift to give those who love you? For me, is books. I love books, so of course I'm going to be gifting books. I have a few books on my shelf that I haven't read, that are untouched and brand new, and I will be giving away 4 books to 4 special people. I'm going to post the giveaway on my personal page, which is Reading with Mima. I will link it down below. And yeah, there will be like some requirements for you to enter the giveaway. It's going to include a brand new book. It will include like bookish items. I don't want to say too much. And also all the books will be wrapped, so you will not know what books they are, but you will know when you get them. So I'm super excited about it. Last year I did not get to do a giveaway, but I'm definitely going to make it like a yearly thing, and I'm so excited because I love gift giving and I love everyone's like reaction when I do gift them. So if I can gift anyone, why not do it, right? So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and see you guys for my next upcoming Christmas video.